right. Let's get this party started. Play a little gambling song for you from the public domain.
Camptown ladies sing a song.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Camptown racetrack 5 miles long. Oh, the doo-dah day. Come here with my hat caved in. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Come back home with a pocket full of tin. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Gonna run all night, gonna run all day. Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay. Live from the public domain, it's Pokersesh.
Doo-dah, they fly the track, they both cut across. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Pour a little sipper
Black
here.
horse sticking in a big mud hole. Doo-dah, doo-dah, can't touch the bottom with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, the doo-dah day. Gonna run all night, gonna run all day. Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay. Country Club Pour incoming.
Oh, muley cow, come on the track. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Bobtail threw her over his back.
Baby.
Oh, the doo-dah
Nice
day.
head.
Fly along like a railroad car. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Running a race with a shooting star. Oh, the doo-dah day.
That's a nice sparkling
rosé.
rosé. Not gay. I just like a sparkling rosé.
Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay.
Country Club
See them
Pour.
flying on a 10-mile heat. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Around the racetrack, then repeat.
Oh, the doo-dah day. Win my money on the bobtail nag. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Keep my money in an old coal bag. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Gonna run all night, gonna run all day.
Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay.
Bonk, bonk.
Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay.
There you go. Little gambling music. Little gambling music to get us started there. Always nice. From the public domain. Play that around the campfire. Chat's already blowing up here. We got Nasties in the chat. Packers 2015. Eric Comp 7032. Lilliputian Petrodactyl. The whole gang is showing up. Phone lines open. I got sparkling tonight. Might have a few burps. It's called Migration. It's a California. Says whatever. Brut Rosé. Sparkling wine. Very tasty. I think it's made by Duckhorn. Very tasty. Not gay at all. Oh. All right. Yeah, 516-259-9515. Phone lines open for Pokersesh. Any call, any topic. No censorship, no screener. Anything about gambling. And I can read the chat tonight. I figured out how it worked. I figured out that if I hit Command plus, then I could increase the size of my screen. So I hit Command plus about 20 times, and now I'm zoomed in far enough that I can read the chat. I will obviously take... Bob Dahl says, oh yeah, look at that pour. You know, you got to get the country club pour going to start the night. I can obviously take any topic from the chat, but obviously phone calls are better than the chat. And then the worst option of all three is me just making up topics. So, because I don't really know what's going on in the poker world. Seems like it should be part of my job to know what's going on in the poker world, but I tend not to. I remember they were arguing about dogs the other day. Oh, here we got a call. Anonymous, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, what up?
What up? There he is. The always first call of Grimstar, the Grim Master.
I appreciate the introduction, but please, this intro is not for me. It's for someone else tonight, because I promised I was going to call this in first call tonight. You ready?
Okay.
Question number 1. This call is on behalf of Noodles.
Why isn't Noodles
Shalom.
Wait. Why isn't Noodles just calling in and doing his own call? Why do you have to do it for him?
Can I please get started here? It says, Shalom, I'm busy right now, but I wanna learn about a card game called Kansata. I have not played it since Hebrew school. Is it an old Jewish rummy game? As far as Noodles knows, the rule is the first person that gets to 5,000 points win. Jokers and deuces are wild. The rules sounded similar to a game called Clit you were teaching us, and we were going to play live on the stream. So can you please elaborate on this Kansata game? And then this question's directly for the WPT executives, a la Noodles. Can Noodles and Grim play Kansata on the World Poker Tour live stream during Sesh next week instead of Clit? Kansata. Do you know this game, Kansata? I never heard of it. Noodles.
I don't think that there's any game called Kansata. I think you're probably talking about Canasta.
Oh, Kansata.
Can you read it? Can you spell it?
Cansata. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Canasta, maybe it is.
Yeah, Canasta. It's like gin rummy.
Okay, but it's Hebrew.
I know. It's just something that the old men might play at the fucking, I don't know, the local club or whatever. Something old men would do. They'd sit around and play canasta. No, I don't know anything about canasta.
Yeah, you're right. I spelt it wrong. You're right. I looked it on Google. It is canasta, not cansata.
Yeah,
I'm putting some Italian flair on it. It's just canasta.
Yeah, I had to do whatever. I had to try to, like always, I have to try to figure out what you're actually talking about.
No, you're right. Canasta. I typoed.
No, you guys cannot play canasta on the stream. I'm not even going to ask World Poker Tour if you guys can play canasta.
But that's a gambling game? It looks like poker. I don't know the first thing about it.
It's it's like gin rummy. It's a stupid, it's not, gin rummy's a fine game. Gin's a fine game, and canasta's a fine game, but it's usually played in teams. It's for old men. I mean, they probably, there's old guys at the country club play it after they're around, but or they play gin, or if they're more Middle Eastern, they play that other game with the dice. What's that called? They gamble on that one. All the guys.
CeeLo?
Huh?
CeeLo?
No, it's some. I mean, my
Dreidel?
No, not dreidel. No, you got some big. The board has some big. There's a doubling cube. All the old guys play that one with the doubling cube. Backgammon. Thank you, Lilliputian Petra. Backgammon. And they gamble on backgammon. The guys who smoke a lot of cigarettes play backgammon. But I mean, basically, these are dead games. Nobody plays any of these games anymore. They used to have big gin section at the bicycle club, and it'd be all these old people, mostly old women, like all these super old women with beehive hairdos and blue hair and shit. And they'd have like a big long pencil with 2 erasers on it. I don't even know what the fuck they use this shit for like pulling the cards out of the shoe. It's gone. Everybody died. It's gone. This shit doesn't exist anymore. Nobody wants to watch anyone play canasta. Nobody wants to watch anyone play clit either, but I figured I would try to let you guys do it just because it's so fucking absurd. Here we got a call. We got a call here. Oh wait, Caller, what happened? I lost you. I said Joseph. Call back. I don't.
Giuseppe?
Huh?
Is it Giuseppe?
I don't think it was Giuseppe. It was like a 256 area code or something.
I think that's how
Four.
you say it in Italian.
I think sometimes people think if I don't pick up right away that they're not going to get on air. Just what happens? I've never called the number. What happens when you call the number, Grimstar?
Okay.
Grim, what
Your
happens?
connection's a little choppy.
What happens when you call the number?
It says,
Or
I don't know about the poker world, but I know my poker world. We're going to talk about my home game experience this past. I don't know about the poker world, but I know my poker world. We're going to talk about my home game experience this past week and how it made me feel, and maybe you can help me with this because I think I'm causing more problems at this home game than I should be.
right.
But I don't know how much of a background we should go. I mean, sure, let's take it all the way back here. Ready?
Okay.
I come to you for advice. You seem to give me good advice. I follow your advice. Ready?
Right.
So basically, the host said, I told the host a while back, listen, I'll be your prop player. Kick me a little something, make it worth my while to be your employee. I'll play till the game ends at 4 a.m.
Right.
He didn't like the idea at first. He says, listen, I got a game. You want to come play? Come play. If you don't, then don't. I don't care. No kickbacks. But then for some reason, like back in October when he ran a game, he says to me, I'll give you $25 if you show up. And I said, okay, that's pretty generous. Usually he'll kick you back if you bring new blood, but 25 for just me to show up seemed a little fishy, but sure, I'll take it.
Hey,
But it was a
Grimmy, people are saying that the stream's fucked up. Is the stream fucked up right
It
now?
is. It is. It is. It's okay. It was choppy at first, but
But is it okay
what are we
now?
gonna do? Yeah, you fixed it.
I fixed it. Okay, good. All right, everybody, it's
So last
fixed.
time he told me he's gonna throw me a green chip, a $25 chip to show up and play, which I did. I only played for like maybe 5-6 hours or something. I did mention to him word for word, if you do not fucking auto straddle, you will never see me again.
Okay.
And he did not auto straddle, but then again, it was on my big blind, so I wasn't really pressing it.
Right.
I'd rather he not straddle on my blind, but I did mention that. He did kind of acknowledge it. He stopped straddling anyways. So at midnight, I bounce. I'm up like, I don't know, $300, maybe something like that, $350. I cash out. And I'm kind of just like joking around, sitting at the table. There's no wait list or anything. It's like 7, 8 of us still. And I'm just like, well, I was going to bounce. I gotta go to work early in the morning. But, you know, if someone does something really wacky, like an all-in, I'll come back and I'll play. And then the guy's just like, no. You're not going to sit here and rail the game. You either sit back in with your chips and play cards, or you leave now, or you're going to get murdered/killed. And I said to him, and then, you know, he said it wasn't even going to be the host that was going to murder/kill me. It was going to be somebody else. So I kind of got the heebie-jeebies. I left with my tail between my legs. And then I thought I was just off the invite list. Like 4 or 5 months go by almost. This was October, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden last week, the guy hits me up out of the blue. He calls me at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm like, what's up? I thought you were dead. I haven't heard from you. He's like, yeah, we're doing a game tonight. You want to play? I was like, sure.
Oh.
So anyways, I show up to the game. We're playing 1-3. Almost immediately, the crowd's ganging up on me.
Okay.
They're doing shit like calling the clock on me, less than a second or something on my action. And big bet pots, like, you know, I'm facing 30 big, 40, 50 big blind pots, and they're just like clock. You know, they're always giving me a hard time on that shit for some reason.
Okay.
Now, let's see here. There's this guy named Tom Cruise, right? We're not going to give his real name, but we call him Tom Cruise because he looks like Tom Cruise. So
Okay.
he literally tried to vote me off the island mid-game. Now, I know in the past he kind of voted me out of the, you know, he did the Garrett Adelstein move, like, fuck this guy, get him off the invoice. He's not playing for a few weeks. I didn't play.
Right.
But he mid-game is just like, we need to get this guy out of here. He's terrible for the game, for blah, blah, blah.
So what are you
And the
doing?
host was
Wait.
like-
What are you doing that's so terrible for the game? This seems to happen to you a lot, by the way.
It does. If the local casino banned me for life, there must be something I'm doing I don't realize.
So you're like just like super fucking annoying. This is what we're getting at.
Yeah, it's through the roof. It's just pissing people off with whatever antics.
So what were the antics
Long
when the
story-
guy? Oh, wait. When Tom Cruise says he wants to vote you off the island, what were the things that he had mentioned that were antics he could not take anymore?
Just nonstop chatter. for the most part. They don't like the chatter. I'm trying to like tell them like hand names and stuff. Keep the fish happy. The fish is loving it. But Tom Cruise isn't liking it. Every showdown, I'm announcing, hey, this hand is this. Hey, that hand is that. And it got on Tom Cruise's nerves a
But
little
Grim
bit,
Star, Grim, you understand the reason I have you read off those hand names at the end of the night is just to annoy the fuck. It's to annoy the fuck out of everybody.
And the fish love it at the end of the day too.
Well, some do and some don't. Apparently, Tom Cruise doesn't. You gotta read the room.
I don't know if Tom Cruise is really even a fish.
Okay,
though. He's kind of like a shit-rag,
Okay.
We'll get into Tom Cruise's background in a second. Tom Cruise like runs games and stuff in Jersey, he says, right?
Okay.
So he's a shit-rag. He's not like a fish. He's
but it sounds
kind of sharp, kind of plays well.
But it sounds like the host likes him.
Well, it does seem like the host likes Tom Cruise.
Yeah, so you can't get in a fight with people the host likes if you want to get invited back.
Depends. I knew the host way before Tom Cruise, so I would think I kind of, off a GP of that.
Then why don't you say we're gonna vote you off the island, Tom Cruise? We'll have a vote right now.
My stupid response was, listen, nobody voted me off. The only people trying to vote me off was the host and Tom Cruise. Nobody else voted off the full table.
Yeah, but
then I immediately tried to vote the host off the island, and nobody liked that idea except for me. I was the only one that voted him off.
But if the host wants you out, you're going to end up out. They have veto power.
True, but there was also 5 other players that was perfectly fine with me being there.
Okay,
so
Grim, can you go to a home game and not annoy the fuck out of everybody? Is it within your ability?
It's difficult, but if I just, silence is gold and duct tape is silver, just shut my mouth the whole time.
Right.
Everyone's going to have, that's the whole thing too. I was like, listen, host, I'm having a good time here. God forbid I have a good time in your home game. He's like, no, it's fine. You can have a good time, but you're having such a good time that the rest of us can also have a good time with you. So maybe you should have less of a good time, and then we'll all,
Were you winning?
That was his opinion.
Were you winning?
I've min-bought and I quintupled up at the end of the night.
Yeah, see, so yes, you're like the most annoying person in the history of the world.
Because I min-bought and quintupled up?
You min-bought, you 5x'd your stupid min-buy, and you wouldn't shut up, and you were just annoying the fuck out of everybody. Why don't you try coming in and like making a max buy and, being pretty much quiet unless somebody else starts a topic? I think you'll get invited back a lot more.
Anyways, there was some other fishy stuff going on here. Let's get into the other fishy stuff real quick. There was a pot where, first of all, the dealer was trying to not let me have a big blind option for some reason, and I looked down at a big pair, and I'm trying to raise, and he's trying to do a flop. I'm like, whoa, chill, bro, I have an option. Right. He's like, no, we're going to flop. And I'm just like, no, we're not going to flop. I'm using my option to raise. So anyways, long story short, I raise. Someone calls, I take the pot down on a C-bet, and as he's shipping me the pot, he takes a $5 chip back. And I go, huh? He goes, no, that was the rake. I forgot to take the rake. So I'm like, what? You were supposed to take the rake like on the flop, not as you ship it to me. So long story short, I didn't tip him because I feel like that's poor dealer school on his part, but it's just bad optics,
But listen, Grimstar, number one rule about being in a private game that you want to get invited back to, one of the number one rules is never talk about the rake. Because that's the thing that makes the host the most uncomfortable.
True.
The host fucking hates it when people talk about the rake. The rake is supposed to be silent and nobody's supposed to notice. So when you talk about the rake, the host is automatically thinking, we got to get this fucking guy out of here. He's talking about the fucking rake. He's making everybody else pay attention to the rake. Now, if you're playing a $1, $3 game, how much are they raking? $5 a street or something?
Five a pot. Anything over 50, 10% up to 5. That's this specific game, which seems to be the only game in town right now.
So that's not that bad.
It's not terrible, especially if this guy's going straddle. He's auto double straddle. We were playing 5-10 when he's going auto double straddle.
Right.
But I'm min buying though my little stupid 100. So the smart thing would be to match everybody. That Tom Cruise buys it for 1,000. Usually it's 500 max, but they let Tom Cruise do whatever he wants around here, I guess.
The chat is not loving you. They're saying Grimstar confirmed worst reg ever. Lame. Grimstar's lame. You win, you talk. Grim is a slightly more polished Kevin. Wow, that's harsh. That's harsh. Kevin. Now they're saying Kevin is more polished. You've lost the chat.
I'm not here for the chat. I'm here for myself.
I know.
Pretty much only.
But I'm tending to agree with them. I don't understand why you go to a private game and annoy the fucking shit out of everybody. And if this was the first time it had ever happened, I would give you the benefit of the doubt. But this is something that happens all the time.
No, it was only 2 people who know. It was just Tom Cruise and the host. Everyone else, nobody voted me off except for those 2.
No, but at other home games you've gone to, you've told me that in other calls that people were upset with you and they didn't invite you back.
For like a week, and then I'm back after they take a 1-week breather off me. I'm back in 2 weeks.
Breather off you.
You can't keep me out of the game. It's a 1-week temporary timeout. At worst case scenario, that's the worst I've gotten.
Okay, listen, Grim, this is not complicated. Do what the host says. If they tell you to fucking stop calling out fucking hand names, stop calling out hand names unless somebody asks you. And what will end up happening is somebody, the official starts saying like, "Hey Grim, what's this one? Hey Grim, what's that one?" Then you can just answer, but don't volunteer information that's tilting everybody, okay? Or tilting people who are important to the game, like the host. And I guess things will work out. I don't know what else to tell you about that.
Why can't the host just be the least important to the game and he just caters to all of us?
Well, that's what he should do. He's obviously sort of a shitty host, but
agreed.
It doesn't matter.
I should go find another game.
You said it was the only game in town.
Nah, I'm joking. There's a million games if I really look for them. But there's a couple other little tidbits I'd like to talk about here. Like the dealer not trying to give me my change and my $5 post. And then he made a specific comment. He goes, this guy's slice of pizza ratio that he eats to hands he plays ratio is a little off. You know what I mean?
So you were eating up all the fucking free pizza and you weren't playing any hands?
I had like some pizza. I didn't have dinner. I mean, I'm going to eat some of your fucking free pizza.
Yeah, you're paying rake. You should be able to eat as much pizza as you want. But you got to remember something. Grim, are you like one of the bigger winners in this game? Are you like one of the better players in this game?
I've only played a half dozen times, and I was talking with somebody else about it. I think I've won every time.
Yeah, so
when I play the host heads up, I get my dick kicked in for some reason. Maybe he's cheating me heads up. But when he's got a full table, I'm 100%, baby. Out of like 6-6 or something, 5-5, 4-4, whatever it is.
Nasty.
It's a small win, but nonetheless, you can't stop me.
Yeah,
can't touch this.
Well, if you're winning if you're winning every time you play, you really have to mind your P's and Q's. If you had played 6 sessions and lost all 6, then I would say do whatever the hell you want. You look like a fish. But when you are winning 100% of the time, you have to mind your P's and Q's. They know that you're lucky to be there. That's the way they feel. You're lucky to be there. All right, 516-259-9515. Phone lines open. Any topic. I think the stream is working now. Yeah, the stream seems to be working good now. I don't know why it started bad. We got a few more people have joined us in the chat. Crusher97, JJJ CS2OB, LBell9139. Let's see here. JJJCS2SB says, give us a State of the Union address on the current state of poker in 2026. The current state of poker in 2026 is bad and getting worse. I mean, I hate to say it. I know it's not going to make anybody mad. Let's see. We got a call here. Let's see who this is. 540, you're on Pokersesh.
Oh my goodness, I actually got on. How you doing today, my man?
Good. What's up, brother?
I ain't not much. I'm just sitting here drinking some absolute gut rotten natty ice. You know about that natty ice?
Of course. Everybody knows about natty ice. We were all 14 once.
Oh, wow. 14 is crazy. That's pretty, that's respectable. I was going to say, I don't know. I just tuned into the stream. I heard any topic. I figured I'd tune in and ask what is your favorite cheap ass beer? If you had to pick one 6-pack and you got say less than $10 in your pocket.
Can I answer this one? And then you can go next.
You can answer
I'm drinking
too,
a cheap
Grim.
beer. I'm drinking a cheap beer as we speak.
What's yours, Grim?
I'd like to hear
I'm
this
drinking
guy's
Genesee
opinion.
beer, and honestly, I bought like 30 racks of it however long ago. They're skunked as fuck, but it came out to like 30 cents a beer or less even. You can't beat that price. Genesee beer, upstate New York, Buffalo or something, I think.
It's the guy you're talking to is from Oregon. He doesn't know.
Sure you can import it.
He doesn't know anything about beer from fucking upstate New York that costs 30 cents.
I have never heard of 30. I mean, he's right though. You can't beat that, can you?
No, but don't listen.
Even okay. Let me ask you this: what kind of horsepower are we sitting at? What
1878.
Don't listen to anything.
What type of ABV?
Okay, Grim, we can't. No, do not listen to Grim about this beer. Listen to me. The world's best cheap beer is a Mexican beer called Bohemia. I don't know if it's still cheap, but it used to be cheap. I don't really look at the price of stuff when I buy it.
So it's like what Modelo was in its heyday, right?
Bohemia is a real German Pilsner. It's just made in Mexico. They've been making it there forever. And if you go to the area where it's made, it's 25 cents a bottle. I don't know what it is imported to the United States right now, but it's still cheap. But it is the best cheap beer on earth. Bohemia. There you go. 540.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, dude. I appreciate it, dude. I'm gonna get back to drinking.
Okay.
But dude, I appreciate you taking the damn call, dude. I've never had somebody take the call streamer before, dude. Shout out to you, dude.
Thank you, 540, and call in anytime.
All right, dude. Y'all have a great night. Peace out.
Salud, amigo.
Okay.
Paisano.
Okay. 262, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, quick question for you guys.
Okay.
Well, it's a poker question / betting question.
Okay.
Okay. You know the upcoming Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I vaguely.
Vaguely, okay. You know how people do the betting on the for poker? How many of those people for the World Poker Tour?
Yeah.
How many of those Super Bowl people do you think will be putting money on that game on Sunday?
Are you like taking a shit or something? What's going on for you, 262?
No, curious.
Okay. The question made no sense. Ask again.
The question is how many people do you think will bet compared to not bet?
Of people watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's try to, use let's try to do an educated guess. I would say you go to a Super Bowl party, a regular Super Bowl party, of which I've been to many. Not always at somebody's house who is a gambler. And there's always Super Bowl squares at every Super Bowl party, and that is gambling. So you buy a square, and it correlates with some number, and whatever the final score is, the person gets the pot, of first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and total game. So because of that, there's always a few people who don't buy a square at a Super Bowl party. Like, if a chick comes with a dude, the dude buys a square for him and his chick, right? But if a chick comes single or with her chick friends, they might not buy a square. They're just there to drink and watch the commercials, maybe the halftime show. But I would say a solid 80% of people who go to a Super Bowl party gamble on the Super Bowl. Now, So what percentage of people who watch the Super Bowl are at a Super Bowl party? I would say probably half. So immediately we've got 80% of half of the people watching the Super Bowl. Now, what are the other half of the people doing? They're watching alone at
Probably
home.
not bet.
Well, they're watching.
Probably.
A lot of them are watching alone. So these people might be gambling because of FanDuel and draft. In the old days, it would have been hard for them to gamble because they would need a bookie. But nowadays, because of FanDuel, DraftKings, and this and that and the other thing, I think you can, if you consider fantasy gambling, which it obviously is, then a certain percentage of the people watching alone are going to be gambling or not at a party. So of the 50% of the people, out of the other 50%, the number that are watching at home alone and gambling, I put it probably 20%. I'd say it's a smaller number. So what's 20% of 50% plus 80% of 50%? That's going to be 40. So I would say, yeah. So that what does that come out to? That comes out to half. I mean, I don't know. What does that come? It comes out to 4/5 and 1/5. 5. Yeah. So yeah, like half. Something like half of every. That's my guess. My guess is 50% of everybody watching the Super Bowl is going to gamble on the Super Bowl. There you go. 262.
Yeah. Thank you.
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night. Call in anytime.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Okay. 518, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, it's had noodles.
Yeah, Noodles. Noodles, I thought that you weren't calling in tonight. I had to listen to a whole fucking stupid thing that Grimstar read me about canola or canolo. He didn't even know what canasta was. He read off the wrong fucking name. And I had to like interpret like I was fucking going through the Dead Sea Scrolls or something to try and figure out what the fuck he was talking about.
All right, well, that's good. I appreciate you had to break it down for him. I mean, because that was the whole reason I had to. I'm a little busy tonight, so I was gonna call him and ask him to do it for me. But
What could you possibly be busy doing?
I mean, don't worry about that. But in the meantime, you can explain what Consada is to Grimstar and how.
It's not Consada. It's canasta.
All right. Well, explain what the difference is between that and click.
One is canasta is like gin rummy. It's played in teams of two people. But
that's jokers and twos as a wild card.
Well, but guess what? Here, Noodles, guess what? No one gives a fuck. No one wants to watch anyone play canasta or gin rummy. Nobody on earth.
What about spinning the dreidel?
Nobody. Yes, I would watch you and Grim spin the dreidel. That I would do. Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna deal on that. Okay.
Okay, if you guys will spin the dreidel and bet on it, we will figure out how to live stream that. All right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the spitter.
Now, Noodles, apparently you've told me on many occasions you only do two things: throw dice and bet sports, right?
That's correct. That's correct, sir.
So we have the Super Bowl coming up. Give us your 5 diamond lock picks for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. Let's hear it.
All right. You want a lock pick right now for the Super Bowl?
Yes.
All right. You're gonna have to give me a minute. Contact my guy. I know a guy who knows a guy, and give me a
What?
second.
Wait. You only do 2 things: throw dice and bet sports.
Seahawks, buddy.
Okay, take the Seahawks on the money line or minus 4.5.
I would take the first half under.
Oh, okay. First half under.
And then take Seahawks money line, parlay that.
Parlay an in-game parlay. First half under Seahawks money line. That's your lock of the week.
I wouldn't call it my lock of the week. You're not giving me a lot of time here.
Okay.
This is just me coming off the top of my head. I don't even have the line in front of me.
Okay. How could you not have the line for the Super Bowl if all you do is throw dice and bet sports? There's literally one thing to bet on.
Well, first of all, what I'm really good at is spinning a dreidel.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Call back later if you have a better pick for the Super Bowl. Thank you. There he goes, our friend Noodles. Let's see what's going on out here in the chat. People are asking where's Grimstar from. You're from New York City, correct, Grimstar?
I was born in the Bronx, and that's a part of New York City, yes.
Right. The South Bronx?
South Bronx. No, North Bronx, baby.
Okay, so that's a
South Bronx is like not a good place to be. I've never had really any good experience down there.
so
Unfortunately,
the South Bronx is dangerous, correct? But what's the North Bronx? How's the North Bronx not dangerous?
it's like 50% less dangerous, bro.
Are there any poker games there?
Yeah, you got Italian people in the North Bronx. They're not really in the South Bronx. I don't want to make this a racial thing, but
No, I
you know what I'm saying. I think you get where I'm going with this.
All right, phone lines open 516 259 9515. JJJ says mid stakes poker is dead, Lyman. It's all autists now. Well, it's autists and Euro grinders. Yeah, the games are shit. The games suck. I don't know what else to say about it. Obviously, you can still make a little money, but the amount of money that you make gets less every year, which is why it's a problem. There was a time when you could say the game sucked if you wanted to. 25 years ago, you could say they sucked if you wanted to, but the games were getting bigger every year, and people were making more money every year. Now, you could say the games are great if you wanted to, but you can't argue with the fact that the games are getting smaller every year, and the rake is going up every year, and people are making less money every year. So, I mean, who wants to dedicate a lot of time to an industry that gets smaller every year? Lilliputian says, do you know any LA poker regs who almost purchased a sports team? Lilliputian, you're obsessed with Mr. Macchiello and whatever shenanigans he's up to in between whatever the fuck he does. I don't even know. All right, phone lines open.
I
516.
got another tidbit or two about this home game I want to elaborate on here, please, and hear your opinion, whether
Okay.
these guys are being fair or they're just picking on me.
Okay. Number one, I'm going to tell you before you even ask. They are being fair and they are picking on you. Those two things are not mutually exclusive.
True. Okay. Thank you for
Okay. Now give me a
confirming.
Give me a tidbit.
Well, they were complaining about the pizza stuff, but I'm literally drinking tap water from the guy's house, and
Okay.
I'm asking for permission each time. So I'm not like abusing these comps.
Why are you
know, like,
asking? You're asking for permission to drink tap water?
Well, just to kind of needle them, like, hey, you're a cheap ass fucking host.
Okay.
Let
See,
me,
that's why I asked, because I knew that you were being a jerk again.
Well, I didn't. It wasn't. What's the word? Directly, but indirectly, I guess you could say I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You were,
anyways, the table started saying stuff like, listen, we're playing 1-3, but let's make this guy post 5-5 blinds, or let's charge him a time rake on top of the regular rake. Like, is that fair, or are they really just like
of course,
gunning for me?
it's not fair, and they are gunning for you. At that point in time, your best bet is just to smile and laugh a lot and not talk anymore. Just play cards. That's it. You can't once the hyenas are nipping at your heels, the more that you fucking try to fight back, the more dangerous and aggressive they're gonna become. These people are tired of your bullshit, man. You gotta know when people are tired of your bullshit, and then just smile a lot and play cards. Nobody's ever gonna get thrown out who just smiles a lot and plays cards. I mean. And if somebody asks you something, well, then you can get involved. But it sounds like you're volunteering a lot of snarky information, and you're also volunteering a lot of shit that people don't care about.
You ever seen baseball in the casino or any other card games except for Mexican spread in the casino?
No, wild card games are pretty rare in the casino, because they don't. When you have the casino wants a game with the simplest rules possible. So when you're adding in wild cards and it gets harder for the dealers to figure out what's going on, it's slow to the casino. The greatest game in the history of fucking poker for the casinos, Texas Hold'em. It's very easy to explain and very fast. You add a wild card to it and immediately it becomes harder to explain and much slower.
Let's see here. I kind of sort of asked this question one time. You know what? Let's get into the tells bullshit.
Wait,
Actually,
hold
this is
up,
more
hold up.
appropriate.
JJJ says Northeast Casino Poker is the most miserable he's ever seen. They hate their lives, and anyone trying to have fun, they just instantly want them to leave. That sounds like what's happening to you, Grimstar. These people do not want you to be having fun in their game. Do you think that's
Forbidden, man. Have fun in the poker game.
Do you think that's a Northeast thing?
Unfortunately, that's where probably 95.5% of my poker has been played, so I don't have much to compare it to.
California people like to have fun in a poker game. Las Vegas
Yeah.
people are pretty fucking miserable. So I played. Oh, you know what's when I actually got thrown out of the Borgata. So I
I
tend
got
to.
bullied twice there.
Yeah, the Borgata threw me out for having fun. They're
Was
right.
it Big Bad Bob? Wait, was it Big Bad Bob the foreman or someone else?
It's 20 years ago. I can't remember. But yes, I
Okay.
did get thrown out of the Borgata poker room just for drinking and having fun. And yes, I was winning pretty big too. Scott says he's taking Noodles picks for the Super Bowl, an in-game parlay of first half under and Seattle money line. That sounds like a horrible bet to make because when you do an in-game parlay, they juice you so hard. If I were you, Scott, I would just bet them individually and not as a parlay. But I
What if you
can't.
know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that gives a 20% kickback?
I mean, if you're getting a kickback, well, that's a completely different thing. If you're only getting kickbacks on parlays, well, then I guess it might become financially feasible to bet parlays, even though you're getting juiced so hard. Obviously, if you're a huge favorite on a bet, you can put it in parlay just to cover the fact that you're a huge favorite. Like if you know, like the fix is in or something, or a massive error has been made by the book on a line or something on a couple lines, you can stick those in a parlay because then the book isn't going to pay as much attention to you because they're like, oh, he's just betting parlays. He's not a sharp better. Or you can stick stuff in a fucking teaser or something. They're not going to pay as much attention to you as you're just hammering giant straight bets. So yeah, I mean, there are reasons to stick something in a parlay, but in general, you're better off just making the straight bets and not paying the extra vig for the parlay on stuff that you don't have some serious knowledge about. And I am going to go on a limb and guess that Noodles does not have serious knowledge about any of this. What happened to Big Harry from Live at the Bike, and why doesn't he play on Hustler? Big Harry just plays in private games. I don't think he's super interested in playing on streams. That would be my guess. Every now and then he pops up on a stream, and then, like, he popped up on the Commerce stream a couple times, and then he got thrown off the show, I think, for cussing or tearing cards or something. That's what I think. I don't know for sure. You'd have to ask him, but I know that there was a falling out. Harry likes to have a little bit more than a good time. He likes to party pretty hard, and so it's just a bit more than most casinos can handle. Fits a lot more into a private game that's raking a lot, where they'll basically put up with anything. Phone lines open 516-259-9515. Next topic, Grimmy.
Big Harry, Little Harry? Any relation? I know Little Harry. I played Borgata with him a couple times. I never met Big Harry, though. Any relation between those two guys?
I mean, they're both Armenian. I'm sure somewhere along the family tree they're related, but I don't remember them being related. I know that I dealt with them a lot, and everything always worked out, and that's basically all I can say about it.
All right, I guess this probably would have been a good question for that Zach guy, but maybe you can give your 2 cents. That's good. But anyways, you have any poker tells on like how people buy chips? I think I remember seeing some pictures, or maybe a chapter even dedicated to Michael Caro's book about the way people will, exchange their money in for chips at the table, depending, what size of the bill they use, or how they hand it to the dealer, how they take it out of their pocket or wallet. Like, do you ever look at little stuff like that and pick up to something or other type of tell as, oh, this guy's definitely on tilt because of the way he threw his dollar bill at the dealer's face or something? Or, and that's an obvious example there, but like, are there things you look for, like someone that's flashing a big thing of cash is more likely to be loose, whereas someone that's like methodically taking $1 bill out at a time is probably on the tighter side? I don't know.
Well,
anything?
it's not exactly like that. It's like this. I definitely I pay attention to everything, right? And there's a huge difference not only between a guy who opens their wallet, but a guy who has a wallet and a guy who just has a big roll of money with a rubber band around it, right? So when a person goes into their pocket to get money, I'm definitely taking a look to see how much money is there. If they're buying into a 5-10 game and they peel off $1,000 and they obviously have $5,000 or $10,000, I'm going to treat that person a lot different than a guy who goes into his wallet and pulls out $800 and it looks like that was all of it. That was everything. I mean, now I'm not going to make any immediate assumptions about how they are going to play, but I am going to take that into consideration when I see how they play. So if I see that the guy who took the 800 out is playing sort of like a spaz, I'm going to be like, oh, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to lose and go home or win big. He's just basically trying to double through. If I see that the guy who had 10,000 on him is playing like a total nit, I'm going to figure, oh, this guy's probably a professional poker player. And that's his bankroll in his pocket, basically. So, it's just another piece of information. You'll see a guy that'll buy in for, like, let's say you're playing 5-5 or 2-5, and the guy buys in for 400, 400, 400, and then 280. You know that this is the last 280, okay? And then you'll be able to tell very quickly whether he's going to protect the last 280 with his life or whether he has hit Caro's threshold of pain and he just wants to flip for the last 280. If you're paying attention, it's going to become very obvious to you very, very quickly. So yeah, it's just another piece of information to put on the old information wheel to stick in the old gray matter, and then but you got to correlate it to things because things that aren't correlated are generally sort of worthless. But some things you can correlate very, very fast. It doesn't take 1,000 hours with a guy to correlate certain things, If the guy buys it for 400, 400, 400, 280, and then as soon as he gets to 280, he just straddles, I've seen enough. He's lighting that money on fire. He is not trying to protect it. I don't need to see the hand dealt. I don't need to see what he turns over. He is going to try to fucking flip for that 280 as fast as he can, and I'm going to know that when I'm playing in a pot with him. I'm not going to try to 3-bet bluff him with 4 or 5 suited, I'm also not going to raise him, and then when he ships, I'm not going to fold ace jack. I'm making some very fucking easy things. Some things that would be tough become very fucking easy. And I didn't need to see him play any hands. I need to see one action, a $280 buy-in and a straddle. That's all I need to see. I know literally everything I need to know, but I still had to correlate a few pieces of information. So I don't know. Anything else you want to know about that topic?
Oh, no, that's good.
Do DJ Woods asks, a couple weeks ago you mentioned the best Italian restaurant in Las Vegas. What was the name again? Carbone. Carbone is the best Italian restaurant in Las Vegas. It's hard to get a table there a lot of times, so make your reservations early. Let's see here. Got a lot of every chat's blowing up. Hey, anybody want to call in? Feel free. 516-259-9515. No topic is out of bounds. No call screener. No censorship. You just call in and you're on the air, and we'll discuss anything in the gambling world, or basically any topic at all, especially if it has to do with money. And that's what people sort of like to talk about, but it doesn't have to do with money. I mean, we can discuss any type of gambling. We can discuss the stock market. I mean, we can discuss, do we have free will? We can discuss, was Jesus a real person? I don't give a fuck what the topic is. I have knowledge and opinions on lots and lots of topics. Oh God, no.
Let's keep it to poker.
518, you're on Poker
I have a
Sesh.
lock. This is Noodles. I have a lock.
Okay, Noodles has a lock. Everybody get your pen and paper.
Yes. Ready?
Yes.
I want to make this live on air. Does anyone want to take my action before I put this in?
Well, I already told Grimstar that he should take your action, but he's too big of a pussy.
He is.
Yes.
All
So,
right. Anyways, you ready?
yeah.
Heads on the coin toss.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm dead serious. I already have it locked in.
I don't doubt for a second that you are dead serious. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Noodles. There he was. The world famous Noodles is all. Put that in your parlay. Who was that was good? Scott WM9IG. It's a 3-leg parlay now. It's Seattle under first half, Seattle money line game, heads on the coin toss. 3-leg parlay. If this comes in, Noodles, by the way, you instantly become like one of the world's greatest touts. So, it's a free roll, I guess. Because the last thing that when you called in last time, Noodles, and you, when you called in last time, Noodles, you said...
Yeah, I need you to put me off mute. Hold on, because I got to retract the bet.
Okay, what do you have to retract?
Retract Seattle money line, or spread. Don't touch it.
Okay, so now we're back to
I'm saying heads coin toss, first half under.
Okay.
You don't have to parlay it. Bet them separately.
Okay, bet them separately. Now, the last time that you called in, and I was trying to help Grimstar out by getting him to book your action, you actually...
Yeah, he won't do it.
The bets that you gave were actually winners. You said to take Seattle.
I know,
both,
right?
baby.
So there's a reason that he won't take my action.
But if
He doesn't pay out because he won't pay out. He doesn't pay out when I win.
But all you wanted to bet was $20.
Yeah, I was just simply trying to make a point for the Pokersesh community that Grimstar will not take my fucking action because he knows I win every sports bet I play.
Okay,
I
well,
dodge bullets.
right now, Noodles, the thousands and thousands of people that watch this show are going to be betting heads and the Seattle under.
No. Heads coin toss, first half under.
First half under. You better get those bets in, Noodles, because all of these people.
My bets are in. The line might change in a couple seconds.
You could be moving the line right now. You could be moving the line.
I probably am. I'm pretty heavy on heads. Okay. I'm heavy on heads on the coin toss.
Okay.
Helton's paying plus money over here now.
Thank you, Noodles. Okay, here we go. JJJ says, Lilliputian says, have you ever played poker in London? Yes, I have. It was a really small game and it wasn't very interesting. I can't even remember the name of the club. So long ago. It was like £1, £2 or something. I just did it for fun and to get a poker chip that I could put in my poker chip collection because I'm gay as fuck. JJJ says, can you talk about Maurice Hawkins? He's a perfect embodiment of a poker scumbag who wins constantly but is broke. JJJ, can you call in, please, and tell me about this Maurice Hawkins character? I don't really know anything about him, so I wouldn't want to get involved in this. But if you call in and can explain things about him to me, then I will give my 2 cents. I know that Grim, you've played with Maurice Hawkins.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already here on the line, and I do have first-hand experience with the man. I don't have much more to say than what I've already said, is that, he's loud. He's kind of annoying. Now, to be hearing this from me...
It sounds like you. Maybe, are you guys separated at birth?
We could be related somewhere or another, yeah.
Are you the white Maurice Hawkins?
I think they call that, brother from another mother or something?
Yeah. Right? So wait. So then here's something I can tell you about not getting thrown out of games. Don't act like Maurice Hawkins. How about that?
Duly noted. Put it in my notebook. Can we talk about another rich non-rake home game that I also was just recently banned from?
I was just gonna say, JJJ, call in 516-259-9515 if you want to discuss Maurice Hawkins, but you're going to have to tell me about him. I don't know anything about him. I guess I could look up his picture. I might know him. Let me look up his picture. Fuck it. Okay, I'm going to put it in here in the little machine. Maurice.
You probably played a few hands of poker with the guy. I would bet that you had, if you were given, even money.
But he's a tournament dork, right?
He plays cash games. He was playing 5-10 with me. He's going to play 5-10 with you, too.
Yeah.
See, it's a lock, obviously.
Okay.
Play with him.
Yeah, I play with this guy, but like very little. Very, very, very little. Very little, but I do recognize him. But yeah, he's not a cash game guy.
Would you invite him to your home game, Abe?
Would I invite him to my home game? Yeah, I definitely would, but I would not.
Would you loan him a 500 big blind buy-in to your home game?
Not on his first time. I would.
100 big blinds?
No, I wouldn't loan him any money. Zero. I would invite him to the home game, and I would tell him, there is no credit line for you. You have to post everything. And then, if he was a stand-up guy and a gentleman, and he posted everything and played and acted like a normal person, well, then maybe he might get a credit line in a future time. But, when a person has a bunch of bad press, let's say, and a bunch of bad information that follows them around everywhere, I'm going to make them posts. I mean, it's the same in sports.
There's smoke, there's fire, they say, right?
Yeah, but you got to understand, if he posts, who the fuck cares?
Of course, posting solves everything.
It solves everything.
Money on, as they say in, who is it? Fetty Wap had a song? Said, money on the wood make the game go good. Money out of sight cause fight. You know that line of Trap Queen?
Yeah,
I used to say it all the time at Borgata.
Is this Fetty Wap that I have on the line? Was that? Did you just play a cut from the album, or was that you?
It's just a line. I think it's
that was you. That was you doing that rap. I thought you were playing a sample from the album, or maybe you had Fetty Wap on the line. That was unbelievable, amazing.
No, it's his hype man. I forget the hype man's name. Nick the Grit or something.
Okay. JJJ says Maurice is actually good at poker. Okay, I don't doubt that. Lilliputian says, is Ryan Feldman the best game runner in LA? Probably. I don't know who I would say is better. He's done really well for himself as a game runner, and a lot of other game runners are broke or being chased around by the feds or everything else. So he's doing pretty good. Bob Dahl says, hey, what's up? Hello. LB says 173B. 1738. I don't know what 1738.
1738. That's that Fetty Wap number. That's his room number. Okay,
we're back to Fetty Wap. Here, I will tell you guys something, though. This is an important thing. This This is an interesting thing I'm going to tell you guys now. This is something that most people don't know about gambling addiction and good poker players or great poker players. Because Triple J said that Maurice is actually good at poker, but he's always broke, okay? This is not uncommon. It is not uncommon.
They're not mutually exclusive.
Well, let me explain how it works. Grim.
It's your show.
It's not uncommon for a severe gambling addict with a major gambling addiction problem to be a world-class poker player. This is not uncommon. And here's...
Stu Unger.
Huh?
Stu Unger, that's a perfect example, right?
Well, Stu Unger is one of them, yes. And there's many, many, many others. I mean, I'm not going to just start rattling off names, but there's many, many others. And once I tell you the reason why, you will see what I'm talking about and you'll understand who they are. Here's the reason why. What you say is, well, how can you be a world-class poker player and a serious gambling addict? Because if you're a serious gambling addict, you're going to play too many hands and you're going to be too emotional and you're going to have leaks and yada, yada, yada. And that's all true. But there is a way to make it work, and here's how it works. Many serious gambling addicts are great or world-class poker players because they play poker perfectly, amazingly, fearlessly, technically. They study. They do simulations. They pay attention to their opponents. They are tight. They are aggressive. They are technically as good as anybody in the world, and they are big winners at poker, but they are still massive gambling addicts who are getting their gambling fix from poker, and here's how it works. And when I tell you how it works, you're going to say, oh, I know people like that. Famous people like that. The way it works is this. They always have almost all of their money on the table. So, if they have $1,000, they're going to play 510. And if they have $100,000, they're going to play 5,100. And if they have $1 million, they're going to play 5,000, 10,000. They're always just going to have 100 big blinds. That's it. All the time. They always play basically one fucking buy-in. And so, even though they play perfectly and they are world class, they still get their gambling high and their gambling fix from the fact that they are on an insanely short roll and they can be broke on any hand. Okay? It gives them a rush. And that's why they go from playing, you'll see them in the morning playing 510, and then you'll come back the next morning and they'll be playing 5,100. They just, as soon as they have enough money to play the next highest level, they just go right to the next highest level. Like,
Reminds me of your stories.
yes, that's the way I started. I'm not like that anymore. That's for damn sure. But I didn't start that way because I was a gambling addict or had a gambling addiction. I started that way because I didn't know any better. If I would have known better.
Unfortunately, it kind of reminds me of my stories.
So here's what ends up happening is you will see a guy, a real world-class type player, like a great fucking poker player, will walk up to you and basically fucking beg you to put them in a tournament or to take a piece of them in a tournament. And they will be on the rail. They can't play any fucking poker at all. They are 100% on the rail. You somehow get roped into putting them in a tournament. Not me personally, but this happens to a lot of people. And then they win the tournament. And then, let's say, or they go really deep. Let's say they win $100,000. If you're standing right there, they'll give you your cut. They're not criminals. And then they will go to the biggest possible game they can buy into. They won't say, oh, now I have $80,000 after I gave the 20% to the guy who was standing here I owed 20% to. $80,000 is a perfect bankroll to play 510 and 1020. no limit hold'em with good game selection. I'm going to be a 5, 10, 10, 20 no limit hold'em pro with great game selection. With the $80,000, I'm going to start a new life. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to walk straight to fucking Bobby's room, ask what the buy-in for the game is. They're going to tell them the buy-in for the game is $100,000, and they're going to say, "Can I buy in for $80,000?" And everybody's going to say, "Oh, all right, whatever." Everybody. This goes back to what we were discussing earlier, Grimmy, about people playing on a short roll, or you knowing how much money people have and how you can use it to affect your decisions. So you end up with these people. I mean, I guess Durr would be a famous one at this point. Durr or there's a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot more than you think, really. Who always play with all their money. And so they are allowed to be a gambling addict, a sick gambling addict, and a world-class player at the same time. Hey, what's up? Hello is the latest chat. I don't know what that is. 516-259-9515. Phone lines open on Pokersesh. Next topic, Grimmy.
Let's talk about this other rich people non-rake home game that I unfortunately think I just got banned from too here. Maybe I can get back in. I need your help.
Okay.
This is the non-noodles game. This is a $30 tournament. You get 30 chips. It starts at 1-2 with the double the blinds every 10 minutes or something wacky. It's like a 2-table tournament. It's like some office building, engineers. They cater their own food. There is no rake. It's basically God's gift from heaven to us poker players, a no rake home game.
Right.
Anyways, I lost it 3 or 4 times I played the first time. The last time, I chopped the win with the guy that invited me.
Right.
We got heads up, and the blinds were just so wacky high, I just said, fuck it, let's chop.
Right.
Once we got close to even. Now, I bump into this guy at my last home game here Saturday. I'm like, hey, when's the next one? He goes, sorry, you're banned. He goes, now, after you chopped the win with me, they made a new rule. I'm no longer allowed to invite people. It's industry-only people. So if you want to play, you got to become an engineer, or you got to, a lot of these guys like own fast food restaurants, which I guess we'll get into that chat later. It's just like a passive income thing. But these guys are just probably filthy rich if you own McDonald's and Chick-fil-A's and shit like that, you know?
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
But anyways, I mean...
Well, didn't you used to own a bar?
No. You're thinking of the wrong guy. I wish. I lived above a bar. I didn't own it.
Oh,
You
lived above it, and you and Noodles threw dice.
That is correct.
Well, okay. I was gonna say if you used to own a bar, you would be good at pretending that you're a business owner. Maybe you could fool them and get back in.
It's easier said than done to fool these guys, I think.
Doesn't your family own like pizza parlors?
Not really, no. As I said before, but I can lie and pretend they do if you think that'll get me back in the game, maybe. Not that it matters that much to play a stupid $30 home game, but God, a no-rake home game.
Well, you obviously care, or you wouldn't be talking about it. It's a free roll. Just fucking lie.
True. Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens.
Yeah, call the guy back and say, hey, I don't understand what this thing is about being in the industry, because I am in the industry. My family owns these pizza parlors, and, I can network with these guys, and maybe we can franchise, or who knows?
They'll find out eventually I'm full of shit.
Who cares? It's a free roll.
All right, fair enough. It's not worth too much thought, but I
the other thing you got to do once you get back in is stop being annoying as fuck. Because
Of course, that was annoying.
You were annoying, I guarantee it, because they just made that shit up about everybody owning a Chick-fil-A or something. The guy just made that up. There's definitely people there that don't own a fucking franchise restaurant. There's some people.
They're all engineers, and a lot of them own franchises too.
Yeah.
Do real estate.
Yeah, exactly. They do a million different things. They just made that shit up. They made that shit up to get you out because you annoyed the fuck out of everybody, and you won the tournament. I think
Chopped.
I think we're getting a pattern here, Grim. Here's the pattern. You win and you annoy the fuck out of everybody. This is a bad combo. You can lose and annoy the fuck out of everybody, or you can win and be someone that everybody likes. The nice guy who smiles a lot and never says no. You can't be the guy who wins and annoys the fuck out of everybody.
Touche. I'm just getting my feet wet with this whole like socializing with real people thing. Remember, I'm an online poker bot.
Yeah, yes. Where do you find these tiny fucking games?
I don't know, word of mouth,
Okay. And whatever happened with what I told you?
I don't seek them out so much; they kind of find me.
Yes, L. Bell says sportsmanship is important. Yes, there's nothing more important than being a sport. You got to be a sport. You got to be the guy at the bar that everybody likes. You got to be Norm, where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. All right? That's it. And then you'll just get invited back because they'll be like, hey, should we invite that Grim guy? And they'll be like, the guy who just smiles a lot and says yes to everything? Yeah, bring him back. We love that guy. Lily Pusha says Kevin posted the clip of his call last week all over. Yes, Kevin just calls in to act like a baby, say he's going to quit the show, and then say the show is horrible, but then post his calls on TikTok and Reddit, which is fine with me. It's fine with me. Whatever. Anything that's causing people to post the show on TikTok and Reddit is fine with me.
And I fight fire with fire versus this Tom Cruise guy. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention, the big topic of conversation that he kind of mentioned, he wasn't trying to make a big deal of it, but we're sitting on a small room, we can hear what we're saying. He's talking about how he is extending all this credit in his Jersey game. That this one guy, the King Deuce tattoo guy I might have mentioned on the other show.
Yeah.
He had an $8,000 credit line. He hasn't paid a penny on it, disappeared. So, I mean, I should be fighting fire with fire versus Tom Cruise guy and needling him about stuff like that, right? Like, that's a free roll. He could go on tilt, or...
I don't think that you should be needling anybody at this point. I think that you should do whatever you have to do to make your future nickname Smiley. What's that guy's name? I don't remember. Who are you talking about? Smiley? Oh, you're talking about Smiley?
Guy who says yes every time.
Oh, you're talking about Smiley. I don't know his name. Everybody just calls him Smiley. I think that do whatever it takes to get that nickname. Don't needle people because obviously you aren't good at bringing people onto your side. You end up making people not on your side. And definitely don't go play at Tom Cruise's home game if people owe him $8,000. If you win, he's probably not going to pay you.
I wasn't intending on playing in his home game, but I'm just throwing that little bit out there.
All right. 516-259-9515. Phone lines open. Next topic, Grim.
I guess we'll preface this question with the fact that I've tipped everywhere from $0, as we mentioned before, to the biggest tip I've ever given in a poker game is $100.
All right.
A couple instances in commerce. Now, these were big pots. Now, what's the best way for you to determine, or do you suggest people to determine, the toke size to the dealer in a cash game? Do you tip them what you can afford? Like the famous Jack Nicholson line in Chinatown, as little as possible? Or you base it on like your bankroll, if you're running good, running bad, boom switch, doom switch, how good or bad the dealer is, how speedy they are, how friendly they are, how funny their corny dad jokes are, how likely they are to do a side bet with you, how well they enforce the rules fairly and keep the game flowing, or do you just tip based on how ample their bosom is?
I always just tip the standard amount, and then I can change it from there, obviously. But 95% of the time, I'm just going to be tipping the standard amount. So whatever the standard amount is for the game that you're in. So just basically you look and see like what everybody's tipping and you just tip that exact amount. If you see that there's somebody, either the dealer or the floor, that can help you, and you find that they could be very helpful to you in any way that you might need, then you tip more here and there. If you find that they are very unhelpful to you or they're causing trouble for you, then you can tip less here and there. But 95% of the time, you're just going to be tipping the standard amount. And the standard amount might be $1 a pot or $2 a pot, and it might be $5 on really big pots and, like $10 on like a giant pot. Those are all good sizes. Anything over that, I hope that you're gonna get a blowjob later or something. You don't have to do anything more than that, unless you're really trying to like get a date or something.
I guess let's talk a little bullshit about table talk. We kind of talked about that. One of the players at the table at the last game I was at, he did what's arguably, in my opinion, the greatest table talk I've ever seen in my life. And I kept on saying every time this guy was table talking how he's the king of table talk.
All right.
I'll tell you my story that I think is the greatest table talk I've ever seen.
Wait. Graham.
Is the best table talk you've ever seen.
Graham. You know that's annoying as fuck, right?
What, to call someone king of table talk?
You said you're just constantly calling the guy a king of table talk. You know that
He's the king of table talk.
You know that's annoying as fuck. That's one of the reasons you're not going to get invited back.
I'll get invited back. Sign that?
No, but that's the type of thing that's going to come up in the future. He's so fucking annoying. He fucking just says king of table talk like 10 times in one night.
I said it like 2 or 3 times.
That's too many. Say it.
You want to hear the table talk now?
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. No, seriously, tell me if you can top this. I've literally never seen anything this good in my life.
Okay.
So it's the 1-2 game, months back, right? I really don't want to give the real names, but honestly, they're kind of fake, although one of it's kind of real, but I'll use them anyways just because it's tough to give a fake name, just to be legitimate here about what was going on. So one guy's name, the king of table talk, he goes by the name Doughboy, right?
Okay.
We were playing a 1-2 game. He's at the table. He's got a younger brother at the table.
Okay.
And now this hand goes down where his younger brother opened or something. Maybe there was a call in between. Doughboy, the stacks are like, I don't know, ballpark $200-300 a piece in a 1-2 game. So the standard opens $10-15. Some action back to Doughboy in the blinds or something. He pops it big. He pops it like 62 or 75 or some big raise for the game size,
Right.
Back to his brother, and he's tanking. And his brother flashes me Cowboys. I'm sitting right next to him.
Right.
I sit there with my poker face on. I'm not going to say nothing. He's flashing me the Cowboys, and he's like wincing in pain. And I'm getting confused here. I was like, what's the tough decision here? Just ship it on his fucking face. Right. The guy's full of shit half the time he gets in a pot. Right. Now they get here, the table talk starts. He says to him, they're literally brothers. Okay. He says to him, Dan the man, you are my brother. I have known you since the day you were born. I would not lie to you.
Right.
Just fold your hand, Dan. Just fold it. You're beat. I have aces.
Okay.
Rockets, pocket aces.
Right.
And Dan the man's like wincing in pain. I've seen this guy. He pulled like a 300 big blind bluff on me. Like he's not afraid to put the money in, but for whatever reason, he's getting his spidey senses. His brother's telling him, I will never lie to you. I've known you since the day you were born. Just fold your hand. Save your money.
Right.
He flips him an ace.
Right.
He goes, I got bullets. Just fold it. The guy winces back and forth. Things in the muck.
Right.
The guy flips over parking lot, ace queen. I mean, how on earth do you fucking get someone to fold, your brother of all people, whatever, to a 3-bet? They're kings? I've never seen table talk like that in my life. What's the base?
Why is ace queen called parking lot again? Because you're walking.
We haven't got to that yet, but I mean, it's got 100 names. It's called parking lot because everybody loses their fucking neck with it.
Because you're walking back to the car. So it's a take on the old walking back to Houston.
Yeah, but it's worse.
Okay. Why is it worse to go to the parking lot than it is to go to Houston?
I feel like you're trying to set me up for something there, but why? I don't know. I've never even been to Houston. I can't comment. But
I wasn't trying to set you up. I knew that you had no fucking clue what you were talking about. I just wanted to hear what you were going to say.
You stopped me. Ace King's a better hand than Ace Queen by the numbers. That's my 2 cents.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's good table talk. They're brothers. I mean, you couldn't have done that, and he couldn't have done that to you. This is a very specialized situation. And I don't know that it's going to be helpful to him in his future. He's probably going to call his brother up someday and be like, dude, fucking, I'm in jail in Tijuana. Fucking ship me some money on my fucking bank card or wire me some money or something. And his brother's going to be like, oh, this is just like that time you told me to fold kings. Oh, you're just fucking with me. Get lost, bro. I don't think lying to your brother and getting him to fold in that spot is a very good idea. I think that's actually a fucking really bad idea. But, I mean, do you agree?
I think poker's all about pushing maximum edges. I invented the fact that you can steal a big blind and sit out. Like, sure, you might miss out on that bail money from Tijuana, but he won the pot fair and square.
Yeah, but it's not like they were playing 5,100 or 100, 200, and he won an extra $50,000 or something. He won like $70.
$15. Not even. He won like an open in a 1-2 game.
Yeah, he won the open, $15. So you're going to like set up a super elaborate lie to your brother about how you've known him your whole life and you always tell the truth. You're going to set up this super elaborate lie to your brother for $15? That isn't maximizing EV. That's a horrible EV play. Because when you need help from him in the future and he doesn't trust you, the $15 is going to be already flushed down the drain.
I guess that's the big picture way to look at it. I'm too narrow-minded.
I would
live in the moment.
I mean, I don't know. I think that like I would lie like that to a stranger, but I wouldn't lie like that to my brother. I mean, that seems like massive dick move. Like a crazy dick move. Because you only get to pull that stuff with your family members a few times in your life. You only get to pull the like, we're blood, you gotta trust me. This is a really important time for you to look me in the eye and trust me right now. You only get to pull that stuff a certain number of times in your life. The last thing you want to do is try to pull that fucking shit for $15. It's like, it's a total waste of like a get out of jail free card. But whatever. 516-259-9515. Phone lines.
You want to hear?
Phone lines open. Next topic, Grim.
You want to hear hand history between me, Doughboy the Liar, and Tom Cruise from the home game?
Okay,
three-handed hand.
Let's hear
You ready
it.
for the hand history?
Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
So Tom Cruise opens with a gun, 15. It's a 1-3 game.
Mm-hmm.
Full me on the button. I'm playing a short stack. I barely got $1.50. I quickly go 55 speed limit with the Cowboys.
Okay.
Doughboy snaps it off. He fucking snaps my neck off from the blinds.
Okay.
And Tom Cruise comes along for the ride. I got Fish Guy, who uninvited me from the industry game to my left, saying, ooh, Gripstar is playing a plot. He must have kings or aces. And I go, shut the fuck up. Flop comes. I don't even look at it. Flop comes, and this Fish Guy's going, ooh, Gripstar's got us. So I'm like, fuck, is it king high or ace high? It must be ace high. So the check checks me. Is it ace high flop? I check back. Turn, check. Turn paired the board. River pairs the ace and the bottom card. Might have brought a backdoor flush. Doughboy throws out a 30-piece. Tom Cruise tanks for half a second. Snap call. I'm tanking, and now the Fish Guy pulls out the Jeopardy thing after a second and goes doo-doo-doo-doo
Right.
on the phone, right?
Right.
And they're like, all right, clock. It's $30. Hurry up. I tanked there for a little while. Doughboy says something about a beautiful mind. While I'm sitting there thinking, I eventually snap his fucking neck off with my kings.
Right.
Doughboy's got king high. Other guy made a pair of eights or something, and my kings are good.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise gets so fucking mad
That's
at the
it.
20 seconds of tanking,
That's
he
it.
throws, as
Yeah.
I'm scooping the pot, he throws a dollar chip directly at my forehead. It bounces up my forehead and I in the ground.
It's because you nit rolled them. That's the easiest call in the history of the world. That call would take me less than 1 millisecond. There is
It took me
no.
about 20 of those milliseconds.
As fast as my fucking old ass hands and move, that's how fast I call right there. You fucking nit rolled them.
Forgive me. Well, then I tried to give Tom Cruise a speech about, maybe you should be a gentleman and grow up. Don't be throwing chips. And I said, watch, here's a gentleman move. And I throw the chip to the dealer. I said, here, dealer, this chip is for you. Tom Cruise threw it in my forehead.
No, here's what you should have done. You should have said, okay, how good of a shot is Tom Cruise at throwing the fucking chip?
He's in the 9th seat. I'm in the 6th. It's like directly across the table. Like, you can't miss.
Okay.
And I'm a big dude, too. I'm like damn near 7 feet. You can't miss my forehead from point blank.
So then you're going to have to, you should say, like, listen, I'll bet you $50 that you can't hit me in the forehead with that chip and I stand across the room from you. You can throw it as hard as you want. And then, make it a fun thing that everybody thinks is fun. And then you stand with your.
But I'm risking my forehead. He might do a fucking 100-mile fastball and crack me right in the.
Yeah, but who cares? It's worth $50 for you.
So what? He just has to pay me and I take it regardless? It's not a bet.
No, you across the room. You got to make it something like 50-50.
If he misses my forehead, I win?
Yeah. If he hits you in the face or in the forehead, you guys will come out, and then everybody will get all excited. The whole room will get excited. And if you get cracked in the fucking face and lose $50, you're going to be invited to this home game for the rest of your life. You're going to be the guy who got cracked in the face and lost $50. If he misses you, you get $50.
I don't think it's worth risking my health. I don't have health insurance right now. If I had health insurance, maybe I would do that.
You can't. Listen, you cannot get fucking hurt getting hit by a fucking poker chip from across the room. It cannot hurt you. You said you're damn near 7 feet tall. You're like a fucking ogre. You can't fucking. This isn't David and Goliath. He's not gonna bring you down with a fucking red bird. He's not gonna fucking send you. He's not gonna send you to the hospital with a fucking red bird. Gee, I'm trying to fucking help you. It's obvious by the comments people are making about you in the game that you're a fucking nit and you're annoying as fuck. I'm trying to give you some ways to get in good with these guys.
I'm listening.
You got to think on your feet. You got to think on your feet. First off, you nit rolled them. 100% I'm on their side. You're a fucking nit. You're like fucking king of all nits. That is the snappiest snap call in the history of snap calls. That's number one. Number two, if a guy throws a chip at you, the very first fucking thing you should do is bet him that he cannot hit you with the chip and then set up some terms. Because it's going to get the game all tilted. Everybody's going to fucking love it. Say, I'll sit over in seat 2. You sit in seat 8. And you have to throw left-handed, let's say. I'll bet you $50 you can't hit me in the fucking forehead. And then, who cares? It's going to be fun. Say, if you want to hit me in the fucking face, I'm going to put my hands behind my back. Hit me in the face with the chip as hard as you fucking can. I bet you $50 you can't do it.
Hands behind my back? You're trying to set me up for something. I thought you were on my side until you said the hands behind the back part. You're really trying to get me hurt.
No, your hands should be behind your back. You're not going to reach your hands up and cover your face. You'll lose the $50 bet. Of course your hands should be behind your back.
If I can wear a catcher's mask, I do hands behind the back. I need some type of...
You're uninvited from my home game and I don't even have one. Grimstar, I'm trying to fucking help you here. I'm trying to give you some...
Yeah, help me go to the ER.
Nobody in the history of the fucking world has ever gone to the ER by getting hit in the head with a poker chip. Ever. What are you made out of? Paper mache? What the fuck world do we... Okay, here's the thing.
I think they're clay. If you want to get real technical, I'm pretty sure it's clay.
I said, what are you...
And the good ones might even have some metal in them.
I said, what are you made out of? Paper mache? Okay, here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do, Grimstar. Here's what we're going to do. The next time you're in Los Angeles, I will bet you $1,000 that you can sit in seat 2 I'll sit in seat 8, okay? You can throw the fucking poker chip at my head as hard as you want. A red bird, whatever you want, right? A nice nickel chip. And if I go to the fucking, I'll put my hands behind my back. If I go to the emergency room, you get $1,000. You have to put me in the emergency room.
Am I free rolling this, or I have to post 1,000?
You have to post, of course. I'm not fucking giving you.
I don't want even money on this wacky bet. I'm not. No. Thanks,
Because
no thanks.
I'm telling you right now, you can't go to the emergency room by getting hit by a $5 chip from.
I need odds.
Okay,
Give me 10 to 1 odds. Maybe I'll play your game.
you see, you want 10 to. Okay, but you're proving my point, dipshit. If you need 10 to 1 odds and you're offering this to this guy and he's not asking for 10 to 1 odds, that means you're a 10 to 1 favorite.
So you're getting a good bet.
You're getting a great bet. Not only are you getting a great bet, you seem like a cool, fun guy. And it's a free roll. It's a free roll. Because
Well, the ER bet is different than the original bet. The ER is much more.
Because you're never okay. That's just a bet that I gave to you to show how stupid it fucking is to say that you could be sent to the ER by getting hit with a $5 chip from fucking 9 feet away. You cannot fucking get fucking sent to the ER by getting hit with a $5 chip from 9 feet away. It's impossible. Okay.
MLB pitcher throwing at 100 miles an hour.
Okay? Tom Cruise is not an MLB pitcher. You are not an
I
MLB
play
pitcher.
baseball for the college team. I don't know his background.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. You would have to practice throwing. It's a little tiny chip. It would have to hit you straight on the side, okay? You would have to practice throwing that fucking chip. Most people are going to over-rotate. They're going to fucking over-rotate, and it's going to miss you. 99% of the time, the chip's going to miss you. You want him to throw it as hard as he fucking can. Because if you just bet him that he can hit your forehead, and he's smart, he'll throw it easy like a basketball free throw to win the $50. If he throws it as hard as he can, he's never going to hit you because he's going to over-rotate, number one. Number two, even if he does hit you, it's probably going to hit you broadside. It will probably hit you broadside. If it hits you broadside, it's not going to really hurt at all. It's just going to be like a slap. It would have to hit you edge side. Just fucking perfect to split your head. And even if it's split, you probably wouldn't be going to, it probably would just be like a little cut. It's not going to send you to the fucking emergency room. Okay? And it's going to make you a legend in the game. It's going to get you invited back for the rest of your life.
However long that is.
Okay. You know, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. All right, Grimstar. 6-6.
Oh, we're doing sixes? I thought we were. All right.
Last
This is
time
the end of the show. Stand by. 6-6. 6-6 to get your fix. I don't know. Dozen cousin, probably. At least that's what I call it when you bet 12. It's a dozen cousin.
6-6.
I'm stealing that from
6-6 is good game. GG.
Route 66. Route 66.
Route 66, but a lot of people say good game because it's GG. 2 6s are 2 Gs. GG.
True.
Good game. All right, next.
The 1976ers in Philadelphia.
6-7.
6-8.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Our good friend Paisano, Joe, said we can name it after him. We're going to call this one the Skinny.
6-8 is called the Skinny. Noodles.
No.
Noodles.
6-7. It's the 76ers.
Noodles. Do you have anything to add to this?
Trombones.
Yeah, this is Noodles. I'm sorry. What's the
What do you want to add? Do you want to add something to this conversation?
I'm sorry. To be honest, I just called back in. But what's going on?
So you weren't paying attention to the show at all. You're like a babe in the woods.
I told you I was busy tonight.
Okay. You're not too busy to call in 5 fucking times with inane nonsense.
It's the third time. 3 is the magic number.
Okay.
What's going
Grimstar.
on?
Okay, listen. Grimstar is doing his hand names. It's very fucking important. He's doing his hand names. He cannot be interrupted. All right, 6-8.
No, I can be interrupted. That's
No.
fine. What's to say?
No, I don't. Okay, say
I'm
something.
I'm trying to double down. I'm doubling down on my head coin toss.
Oh, okay. Are you going to bet tails as well? So you bet both sides?
No, I'm trying to get Grimstar. Take my action right now, buddy.
You want heads, noodles?
Hey, Noodles. Tell Grimstar that if he takes your action, you'll invite him to the home game.
That's a very good. I mean, honestly, I don't want him at my home game anymore. He's banned already. He's Espinosa.
But tell him that if he takes your action, you'll invite him to the home game.
No, because then he's just getting juicy.
Okay, I can't help either of you guys. Okay, Grimstar, 6'8".
That's a double win.
6'8".
So we're on 6'8" now. It's you're banned for life. You're 86th.
86th. Okay, 6'9".
We got 100 names for that one. Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah.
The Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Big Lick.
Yep. Dinner for two.
Of course, dinner for two. Yeah. They actually call it Hollywood in our home games because the host used to live on a street called Hollywood, and I guess they had home games there. And for whatever reason, 6'9" was the Hollywood hand. They say, but
That's
there's 100 names for this hand.
You can forget that last one. The last one's moronic. Just stick with
No,
the
that's
good.
stupid. I don't like it either, but I'm just throwing it in for the
Okay, 6'10".
Sweet 16.
Okay.
What we call it? It's like Texas almost, like the 10-6 Texas Hold'em 10-6.
No wonder everybody wants you to shut up. 6 Jack.
I only give the good names in the home game. As a matter of fact, can I tell you about the home game hand that I taught everybody they actually got a hoot out of?
No.
We'll skip a couple numbers to this one real quick.
No, 6 Jack.
All right, we'll get to that on a future episode probably because I thought we're getting through the sixes today. 6 Jack's the insurrection hand. Duh.
Okay.
Motherfucking Donald Trump.
6 Queen.
Insurrecting.
6 Queen.
I think we alluded on this one last episode, but Quicks, a.k.a. Nesquick,
Okay.
or
That's
Prince is
horrible.
on the way in 9 months because the Queen had... Anyways, what's the next one? King 6?
6 King.
They call it the solver hand. I'm not much of a solver guy. I doubt you are too, but apparently the solver says you're supposed to 3, 4, 5 bet King 6 sometimes.
Oh, that's
You can also call it kicks,
Yeah.
or kick Latin kicks. I don't know.
That's like the computer hand, Queen 7. The computer said that you're supposed to play Queen 7. All right, Ace 6, last of the night.
It's a short one tonight. That's the Mile High Club. Airplane, Sweet 16. We already kind of used that on the other one. But Mile High Club, it's an ace, and you're having.
That doesn't make any sense. Why is
You
it?
got a name for ace 6? I don't have a name for ace 6.
But why is it called that Mile High? That made no sense.
I think it was on Wikipedia or something. Might have called it ace 6 to Mile High Club. It's ace, high, and 6 is sex. I don't know.
High sex.
Yeah. I like that.
It's fucking horrible.
Well, help me out. You got a better one? I mean, help me out.
No. All right, Grimmy. Thanks for calling in tonight. It was another great
Pocket
show.
sevens?
No,
You
I
get it for
don't-
the sevens? at least?
if we do sevens, I'm going to shoot myself in the head, and I don't think anybody wants that. We'll save that for next week. Now, do what I said, and next week I want a story about somebody throwing chips at your head. Okay? A bet.
I don't like this story, but I'll let you know if it happens.
All right. Talk to you next week.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Later. There he goes.
Later.
There he goes, the world famous Grimstar. It's a great night, great show tonight, guys. Let's play some tunes and call it a night. I mean, what were we listening to before? I think we were listening to Camptown Races. Oh, we'll listen to this. Oh, pip pip cheerio. Some harpsichord. We will see you all next week. 6 p.m. Pacific. Get your phone calls ready for Pokersesh Live. The only unscripted show in all of gambling that takes your calls live. Fucking Brad Owen is not going to take your calls live. Doug Polk is not going to take your calls live. I will take your calls live. So get your calls ready for next week. Until then, bye.